Northern Nights is a new anthology of dark and spooky stories by Canadian authors. Hamilton author David Neil Lee is one of them. He joins us now with more, and I love your story in here. And it's like the perfect time to release this, of course, with Halloween coming up. But your story is set in Saskatchewan.
Yes.
Scary.
Yeah, my story's about the Northwest Rebellion in the 19th century, but in my story, the Métis win the conflict, so John A. Macdonald sends Gabriel Dumont, a vampire.
Yes, and they have to, as soon as and it's what's coming on the train, right? And everybody's kind of like, oh, it's ominous, something ominous on the train, and must be locked in the barn. So
it's a little bit of a twist on Canadian history, and this is a time of year when I think we like a little bit of a twist on reality.
Right.
Things change a little bit.
And Canada is kind of ripe for spooky stories, aren't we?
Yes, and in the anthology there's spooky stories from coast to coast, literally. A lot of history in there, a lot of the ways people feel about their pasts and about their bodies and about nature, and that comes out in a lot of these so-called horror stories. I don't really find I'm very interested in scaring people so much as conveying a sense of wonder.
Yes, and mystery.
Yes.
Yes. There's even one that features Dundurn Castle. Yes,
there's one that takes place in Dundurn Castle right here in Hamilton. Yeah.
Very good, very good. We have your other books on the, because you're known for your horror that's kind of, like, I find it's not really horror. It's not like, oh, scary, gonna keep you up at night, but it just keeps you thinking about the spooky things that you might see. But it's set in Hamilton.
Yes, and it's a big world out there full of, in all ways we have to deal with monsters and scary things in our own lives. And I think in horror fiction you can sort of do justice to how we feel about the world.
Right. Do you see things and think, oh, that would make a good spooky story?
All the time. Driving here early in the morning, it was dark. I came across Hamilton and there was this incredible white moon over the city skyline as I came to CHCH. That's how I knew how to get here. I followed the moon.
It's the guiding moon. That's how we know how to get here too. Except Tim, who didn't see the moon this morning.
Yeah, so that stuff's around us. It's a wonderful world, basically. And I think we forget about that. And I think this kind of literature can remind us of that sometimes.
Right, and it's kind of like other possibilities, isn't it?
Yes.
It's really like sitting down with a book like this is just kind of opening up your mind to weird things that could happen.
Yes. And for example, my trilogy is really written with young people in mind, and the idea is, hey folks, anything can happen in life. And it's full of big and scary things. And what you have to do is just go and confront them a lot of the time and hope for the best.
Right, right. And you've actually a number of authors, not all of them, but a number of authors from Northern Nights. They're going to all get together next week.
Yes. Tuesday, October 22nd at the Casbah in downtown Hamilton at 7 p.m. We've got a Northern Nights launch happening. So I'll be there, several other authors will be there. We'll read a little bit of other authors' work from the anthology. Yeah, it'll be a nice time.
Right. Did you know, did you get to read any of the other authors' work or know what they were working on for this anthology before it came out?
No, none of us knew what was going to be in there. And of course, nobody knows what the editor is going to pick. So it's a bit of a crapshoot, like so many things in publishing.
Right. So a great evening then set at the Casbah next Tuesday night, and it's free.
Yes, it is.
That's an awesome. So it's a great spot to gather then and hear some spooky stories, some supernatural stories, and maybe when you're leaving, you're thinking, oh, what else could happen? Most important thing is it is a free event, and it's presented by the city and the City Books, great supporters of reading in this city. So there's the information there. We'll get that up on our website as well, chch.com/morninglive. David, always a pleasure to have you on the show.
It's beautiful, Annette. Thank you.